I made a video a while ago when my channel first started about like why I don't think I should be pro, blah, 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 blah. Some time passed. I was supposed to get a board for 3 block, but then I switched back to POW, and then POW was like, we're going to give you a board, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of like accepted it like, oh, like, yeah, like it would be really rad. Also like financially to like have a pro model board. But the more I thought about it, the more I was just like, I just really, really, really don't believe that I deserve it to the standard that I would consider someone who should be pro. There's this idea that you can kind of be like an influencer and get your way to that. And I don't like that. Call me old-fashioned. I do like the idea though of influencers being able to get some sort of like royalties off of something that they design, like some companies have done with artists and musicians and stuff like that. But regardless, I had a meeting with George Powell, talked a little bit about it, and they were down for the idea of just me designing a board. I'm not going to do a pro model board. I don't think I should be pro. I don't even necessarily want my name on the board. I don't think it's going to be on the board. I just want to design a board shape. So this is me switching from 8.75, which I've been on for a very long time, back down to 8.5 to try to figure out what I like and don't like about that, because I think that the 2 sizes and shapes that I want to do are going to be in between ones. And right now I'm leaning very much towards like an 8.68 or something like that. I don't know, figuring it out. Enjoy the very early steps of designing my own board shape via a ton of skating. So Cody learned a new trick. All right, so I actually cruised around, warmed up, got a feel for the board, because I don't feel like documenting like the struggle. You don't want to watch me like try 5 times for a trick that I can usually do every try. I got pretty used to the board, and I'm just going to go over a couple things that I like and don't like about it while also skating, and hopefully learn a couple things. And we're going to start off with this right off the bat. If you know me, you know backtails I can never do right out the gate. I can backtail pretty good, but I have to like warm up to it, and I did do a backtail first try today on the ledge, and I really do think it has to do with, since the board's shorter and lighter, it's easier for me to like get it to stick to my back foot. I'm a firm believer in like, you're gonna get used to anything you skate, but just because you're used to it doesn't mean it's less hard. Like if you have like an easy job and then you lose that job and you get a hard job, you will also get used to that hard job, but that doesn't make that other job any less hard. So it is more effort to pop a board. It is more, what?
I'm just trying to fathom that sentence.
Well, you can't. Well, like, I think the idea is, like, I always tell people, like, you're going to get used to whatever you ride, and I'm a firm believer in that. I got used to my 8.75. That doesn't mean that it wasn't harder to get in the air. Your body gets used to it. It's not easier. It's still more difficult. It's just, like, your standard of, like, normal is now more difficult. Switching back down to this, I feel like I can just throw this thing anywhere I want. Yeah. I do feel uncomfortable on it a little bit still. Like, the way that I ride it, like, the way that I stand, I feel positioned kind of weird on it, but a lot of the tricks are already there. So we're just going to start off with some backtails, I think is a good idea. Here is something that I did notice. Back feebles on rails, you stand automatically more on top of it because the board's less wide.
Because it's 8.5.
Yeah. So it almost feels like I'm even more locked in than before.
Yeah.
Another thing that I noticed is sitting on crooked grinds is easier because my board is like a little bit in on it. So it's like, I don't know, it feels like it's easier to hold for crooked grinds. Also, it's lighter than nollie. That just feels so cozy. Let me sit on a little longer one, actually. Oh, yeah. Flip tricks are a little, like, lighter. What? Front foot catch kickflip. Very rare. And since it's, like, less wide, it's easier for me to get my 360 flips to rotate, even on grippier ground. So I don't have to try as hard.
Tray flip guy.
I didn't even land it, and you're like, tray flip guy.
There you go.
That's kind of crazy. Look at that.
Got it on the nose.
Maybe I gotta do it lower. Trying too hard to pop it high.
There you go.
Ew.
Made it a cool noise.
Did it?
Sound effects of a tray flip.
Sound like the noise of desperation, but just like.
Yep.
Now.
Why?
It was floppy.
Ooh.
Now,
what?
Floppy.
Toasty.
It's not going up like I wanted to. Earlier I had them going up. That was more like it. Like if I can catch like, when you get both feet on the board, when you're like this far above being back on the ground, that's like my standard for like a decent tray flip.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times that I can land solid. Like I can do a really low quick one and have the ground kind of catch it, but I don't like it. But I really like the tray flips that kind of go like, you don't jump far to the side, you kind of go forward.
Yeah, I always jump to the side these days.
I mean, all right, here we go. Just channel my inner Johnny Layton and then make it a regular tray instead of switch.
Okay. what I want.
Making a sick noise, eh?
What is that sound?
Sick, that's what it is.
It's letting me know that I'm probably doing this too much.
Oh, you're scooping too hard?
Because if you tray flip like this, it spins fast and low. If you tray flip like straight forward, it goes up in the air. That's why people will put their foot right here to stop them from scooping so hard to the side.
What do you like, front foot or both feet, Cassie?
I like both feet. The front foot's like, I don't know, it feels lazy.
Oh, that was sick.
I'm not a fan of it.
You don't like the back leg out?
It just feels really intentional, like, hey, look at this tray flip.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't have a real solid feeling to it. Now, when I tray flip down stuff, I have to catch it with my front foot slightly exaggerated because it helps me get the timing better.
Yeah.
But on flat ground, like, I like a good just regular tray flip. I do one more exaggerated one.
Oh.
So gross.
Yeah. You got the cheerleader leg going.
I need to hear that sound.
Yep.
Nope. But I didn't like any of them. Like if that one wouldn't have overflipped a little bit. Did you see it overflip a little bit?
Yeah, you caught it and like, oh.
It almost feels like when I don't try to pop it higher, it does a medium height, and I should accept that.
Yep.
Oh. There was that fear. Fear dictates my back tails 100% of the time. If I just try it.
What do you think, back 50-50 then turn?
You do. That's what you told me to do.
Yeah.
It helped for a minute. But now I have to not think about anything.
Really?
If I ever think back tails, I do that.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of like pretend I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Oh. Yep.
Now the cool thing about having a shorter board is it's easier to spin frontside and backside 360s or 180s or whatever. So do some 180 tricks. I did a half cab Smith on the sledge earlier. It's a trick that I always do, but it's definitely one that like I wind up pretty hard for. You know, I'd be like, okay, here we go. Got to pop exaggerately. And then earlier today, I just kind of just like felt really casual, like a quick little boop. So I'll do half cab Smith and then, I don't know, something on flat bar.
Ooh,
I mean, it felt like I it feels like a fakey kick turned into it because the board's so small.
Ooh.
It feels so cozy.
Yep. Wow.
Okay, number one issue with the shorter wheelbase, since there's less space, less space between my trucks when I go to slappy and I put my tail down like this is lower. Yeah, because normally my truck will be up here.
Yeah, it's lower down the board.
Yeah, so it's like where I would normally slappy, now I'm slapping a quarter, maybe not even a quarter inch, like maybe like a 1/6 of an inch lower. So my timings on slappy is a little off.
1/6 of an inch, eh? I don't know what that
That's
means.
just a really random number. You don't even use that system. I'll try slappy front crook, pop out, something, and then switch slappy crook to ledge.
All right.
That one actually works surprisingly well.
Wow.
My feet must feel really sturdy.
I like that trick. I wish I could do it good. Jesus.
These ones didn't go anywhere else. Another thing I like about them, lighter board, man, the nollie. So like I said on the nollie nose grind, first one I did today just worked. It's so much easier to get my board to stick to my feet because it's lighter. Like when you pop into it, the force just kind of like presses it against my feet harder. Whereas before when I went to nollie high, I'd have to really like
push it, eh?
To get it to like stick to my feet.
Get up, yeah.
We'll try, I'm not gonna do this first try at all, but nollie front crook and nollie back crook.
All right. Oh, slipping and sliding.
You didn't know. You know I had it like that.
It did not. Wow. Oh, geez.
I nollie too close to the ledge. Next try.
Yep.
Flip tricks is the one that I'm really gonna need to spend some time working on.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're not sticking to my feet right.
Oh, shit.
Not sticking to my front foot. I don't know.
What's going on?
I think 'cause I'm used to flicking off for later.
Yeah.
Let me put my foot up a little bit further.
Yeah.
I just can't find my kickflips yet. Oh, maybe that's them. Nope. It's not like my back foot's what I think is fucking up. Staying too low. That's all it was. I'm just gonna kickflip the ones there, kickflip into the bank, kickflip down the 3.
Okay.
And then maybe kickflip over the flat bar if I have energy.
Alright.
That's the other big struggle I'm having is like not skating for so long. My stamina is just fucking.
Yeah, out the window, eh?
It's awful. Woo.
Alright. Ooh! That was sick. The last one.
The one down the 3 was suspicious.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah,
Good.
I gotta redo the one down the 3. That was a little better. Let's do tray flip down the ones there, tray flip into the bank, tray flip down the 3. Ew.
Yes,
No,
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 maybe.
no.
No?
I was supposed to go to that one. I fucked
Yeah.
up. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude.
One of these bearings is just got some loose boys in it. Let's try the same thing with nollie flips.
You got rails on, that's why it's heavy,
I
huh?
don't think it's that heavy. It feels way. I mean, it's way lighter than what I'm used to.
Wow. That's sick. Dude, first try. Get out of here. Oh, gee. Oh my fuck, dude. I thought the back of your spine was going to hit that.
Can you imagine? Like, that's the trick you get her on nollie flipping out of a bank.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that nollie flip went down the 3.
That was sick, dude.
First try. Why is nollie flip working better than other tricks? I want to do it with fakie flip, but popping off the bad bearing makes me a little nervous.
Yeah. It's like a cushion, eh? Like you press into it and it slows down and stops.
Yeah. Let me, this one on flat feels okay. I'll try it.
Okay.
See how it feels.
You got.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir. That was
I'm
sweet, dude.
confused.
Why?
That was so bad. That was a little better. Honestly, it wasn't good though. Too slow.
Too slow?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It's too hard to make that turn with the right amount of speed. I almost feel like I got a figgy flip here, switch kick turn, then figgy flip. I'm going too slow.
Oh, you had it, dude.
I didn't have enough speed. I wouldn't have cleared it.
You reckon?
Yeah, figgy tray would have cleared it, but not figgy flip. No.
Whoa.
Push is too quick. I have to do a better kick turn, switch, figgy flip, no push, figgy flip. That's how you get it.
Take it, take it. Come on. Oh shit, dude, you were moving on that one.
I was trying, but I was like leaning too toe side to get a good flick. I'm surprised that went.
Yep. Oh!
All right, so let's do some 50-50s on the flat bar, even though that might sound like backtracking. Since it is a different length, it's like a different balance. It's an easier balance.
You reckon?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when I think about it, having a longer wheelbase, 15-inch wheelbase, should make 50-50s either because my trucks are easier because my trucks are further apart. But when I 50-50 on this, for whatever reason, I feel a little bit more sturdy. That's probably, now that I think about it, there has to be placebo effect. I think it's just, I'm so excited to skate again that I'm like really committing to everything I try. Yeah. That extra energy of like, yeah, this feels good. Like you'll convince yourself that something feels better than it actually is. So yeah, I'll do a couple 50-50s on this. I'll do one front side, one back side. Yeah, like the idea is like
comfy.
A trapeze artist, you know, like when they have like the wider things, it's easier when it's further and wider out.
Yeah.
So my truck width being like wide probably helps. Maybe it's a combination of like having my truck slightly wider than my board.
Yeah.
Makes it feel a little bit more cozy. Even though I was riding the same trucks on my last board, this just feels a little bit easier. I don't know. On the end first. I gotta tap it back 50 first. I've always liked having back 50-50s. I never like can just send one. Back 50-50 used to be my handrail trick. You have to send those, but now I'm like, gotta tap the end first.
Yeah.
Ah, see, I pussyfooted my body weight on the wrong side. Like once you get your body weight on the side you came from back 50-50s, you're there all day. You're just there. You can do anything you want with it. You're big chilling. Front Hurricane, like a feeble.
Yeah.
Let me just, the rail's kind of sticky right now, and I don't have my wax. Let me just like grind one and maybe pop out earlier over.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Since it's shorter, it's easier to spit into it, I swear. Because the one I did earlier where I just grind at the end of it, I like felt like I didn't have to whip hard. Like that's the big difference is like 875, man, I really had to whip that shit. I'm not positive though, and I'm being completely honest, which one I like more. I definitely feel more comfortable in 875, but I feel like this is easier.
This is easier to throw around.
Give and take. If I can find like a medium between them, because I'm not gonna do like an 868 if I get it and it feels like you're not really getting benefits of both, you know what I mean? Like I have a feeling it might not work at all. So hopefully they're down to send me like a lot of experimental shapes because I know I want to like really fuck around with some different shapes.
Yeah.
But it'd be really cool to have like somewhat of the best of both worlds. We'll see. Obviously, no matter whether it's the best of both worlds or not, I'm gonna tell you it is. I'm trying to sell some fucking front.
Wow.
That feels so cozy.
You look cozy, dude.
There was no fear.
Nah,
whatsoever.
you just hop straight into it.
Like I felt really, it's sticky, but I felt really comfortable. Hey, take it easy, boss. Warble, you know what the Warble is. This guy and his brothers, best board company in the world.
Sick.
Pretend you ride for PAL, doesn't matter. I'm a huge fan of Warble. Later. Yeah, that's just.
Wow, dude, honestly. You just hopped straight in and just like, it was already there.
I think it's because my board's narrower that when I like lock in, there's not so much hanging over here to throw me off. It's right up against here.
It's tucked in, yeah.
Okay, I'll try to 180 out the other way.
Ooh.
It's hard to do that off the end.
Easy to go from like the middle?
Yeah, it's because you're just kick turning out. When I try to pop off the end, the timing is really awkward. Because you're so blind.
Yeah.
Because you're looking over this shoulder, but you're going that way.
Yeah.
So when you're about here, you have to stop and go this way and then just kind of hook you at the end
and
of the
then
rail.
turn, yeah.
I'm just going to pop out early.
Yep.
That was pretty gross.
What do you mean? That's sick.
My toe drag.
Couldn't see it. No one, don't say that.
My toe was great.
Oh. Oh.
I like the ones that fakey. I used to hate them.
Why?
Because it looks like I would tap them on the end of the rail, like you just back 180 and hit the rail. But when you sit on them and you decide to pop out the fakie, they feel kind of cool. I'll go to 50-50.
Okay.
Go! It took 2 tries to get into that 50. I was like, get into it. No? Okay. Get into it. Okay. Whatever, we're taking that. Figures can't be choosers. So I figured out kickflips. Grinds feel fine. Kickflips was really the big struggle for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. I didn't want to like deal with it the first day I set it up. My kick was feeling kind of wacky, and I figured today, I was kind of expecting them to just click. Because when I woke up this morning, I just kind of felt it.
Yeah.
And then when I was doing them right there, I was like, nope, they're not there. I actually have to figure out what's different. What else is there? What other tricks should I try to figure out? Like transition. I was skating transition earlier. Like the timing feels fine.
Okay.
Like, I'll do a quick front step ollie.
Oh. Are they different? Are Rayleighs different because you have a smaller board now? Nah.
What is that?
Are they different feeling, Wallies? Rayleighs because you have a smaller board?
Yeah, I don't know.
So I learned that trick and I can't remember how to do it anymore.
I think I just got like unlucky. yeah, that's just sort of where I'm at. Do you have any suggestions for like board sizes and shapes for me to like take into consideration? Because I'm already like I'm a big fan of the nose on a hockey board. Thinking like a slightly bigger version than that with a little bit more of a squareness so my foot doesn't drag for no slides and tail slides. I've talked a lot about like a board shape that I would like to design in some of my board setup videos if you want to go see more about that. But yeah, open for suggestions. How cool would it be if IC stood for Insane Clown? Yeah, why just add a P into the name IC? It would be so much sicker. Oh, casual. Two different skaters that have two very different approaches to skateboarding. I think this is kind of interesting is both Andy's and Bev Up's board shapes are like 875. Well, Andy's football's 2875, but Andy has widened his wheelbase since it's 8.5 on the side. So it's actually a shorter board with a 15-inch wheelbase. And then Bev Up is a shorter board with a smaller wheelbase, but it's 875. So they kind of went opposite directions.
Really?
Yeah, because Bev
I like Bev's setup. It's sick.
Bev's setup is 875 with a 14.5 wheelbase.
Yeah.
And then Andy's is like an 8.5 that tapers to 8.75 with a 15-inch wheelbase. So they're almost like, if you stood them side by side, they look super different, but in actuality, they have some of the same specs.
See, I don't trip too hard on that. Like, I used to ride FA in hockey. And obviously, they're shorter. And then I got homesick. I was like, I want to ride passport. And then just adapted to passport shape, which is like a longer tail.
Yeah. See, I never really cared too much about board size or shape either, but I figure if the ball is in my court to design my own one, I'm definitely going to make it exactly what I want. Yeah.
100%.
But no, yeah, like, I mean, I've switched board sizes, shapes, and companies so many times. Primitive's 8.5 was one of my favorite shapes I've ever had. And Primitive has a really good 8.25. It just has like a decent nose on it. And I think it's like Revive and 3 Block, they get their boards made at the same press. That wasn't much of an adjustment. When I went to PAL though, the 8.25s, I know like Spencer swears by the 8.25 on PAL. I didn't really like the way that they felt. But the 8.5 feels incredible, as well as the 8.75 is like my ideal board feel. I love that board. I just wish the nose was a little bigger.
I only ever skated mini logos, pal.
Yeah.
They're my favorite shape when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, my favorite part about that shape was how it cost $20.